Hey everybody, this is Ari from Literary Gladiators. How you guys doing today? Today I'm doing an individual video about different anti-war songs. The common theme between these three anti-war songs is that all of them were either sung or written by Peter, Paul, and Mary, which is a folk group that started out in the 60s and did a lot of anti-violence, anti-war, very just general songs that were against violent acts and stuff. And so I'll be going over three mini lyrical analysis for these videos, for these songs. The songs I chose were The Great Mandala, which is anti-Vietnam, The Cruel War, which is about women dressing up as men in order to go to war with them, with their loved ones, and Where Have All the Flowers Gone, which was originally written by Pete Seeger, and I'll go over them individually. So The Great Mandala is the first one I'll go over. This is an anti-Vietnam War song written by Peter Yarrow. The song is basically about a man making a morally unpopular and not agreed on by most of society choice. In a way, it was an existential choice. And basically he believes in it so much that he doesn't care what happens to himself, and he basically dies for his beliefs. And when it came to Vietnam, there were a lot of instances where that kind of stuff happened. And not just in Vietnam, but in any war in general. And a lot of wars start because people believe in something and someone else just disagrees with it, and those kinds of things happen. So the lyrics in this, which all three lyrics will be in the description, this lyrics about take your place on the great mandala as it moves through you a brief moment of time. Win or lose now, you must choose now. And if you lose, you're only losing your life. So in a way, in this song, the person who wrote the song is disagreeing with the speaker in the song. So the speaker is basically saying there's no point to doing something like this. But I think the general point of the song is within the writer's point of view, in this case Peter, saying, you know, this is not how it's supposed to be. So that's basically Great Mandala in a nutshell. It's actually my favorite Peter, Paul, and Mary song. So very interesting. The next song is called The Cruel War. This is about when, back in the some of the older wars, when women would dress up as men, and when their husbands or their lovers left to go to war, they didn't want to leave them, and they wanted to go with them. So the cruel war is raging, Johnny has to fight, and I want to be with him from morning until night. I want to be with him, it grieves my heart so. Won't you let me go with you? No, my love, no. And basically throughout the entire song, next two stanzas, the woman is trying to get Johnny to take her to war, suggesting different things, like tying back her hair, putting on men's clothes. And at the end, she says, oh Johnny, I fear you are unkind. I love you far better than all of mankind. I love you far better than words can ear express. Won't you let me go with you? And Johnny says, yes, my love, yes. So this is a very common thing that used to happen a long time ago. And then finally, the last song I'm going to go over is Where Have All the Flowers Gone? This is a song that was originally written by Pete Seeger, and it was performed by Peter, Paul, and Mary, and soon after it was performed by the Kingstons and a few other different groups from the early 60s. The interesting part is that Pete Seeger actually described how the song came to him. He was reading a novel called And Quiet Flows the Don, and it was about the Don River and the Cossacks who lived along it in the 19th century. And one of the lines in the book is, where are the flowers, the girls pluck them. Where are the girls, they're all married. Where are the men, they're all in the army. This is very similar to the lyrics of the song, where the first verse is, where have all the flowers gone, long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone, long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone, young girls have picked them everyone. Oh, when will they ever learn, oh, when will they ever learn. And each time it adds the next verse to it. So the next verse is, where have all the young girls gone? They've gone to husbands Where have all the husbands gone? They've gone to soldiers. Where have all the soldiers gone? They've gone to graveyards. And then where have all the graveyards gone? They've gone back to flowers again. So it's like a life cycle of what happens during wartime, where people go off to war, and then the cycle starts basically all over again. And it's a very sad song, actually. Actually, all three of these songs can be perceived as pretty sad or pretty moving, but this one probably more than the others. And this one isn't necessarily for a particular war. This one is just talking about what life cycle is like, very similar to Great Mandala. So those are the three songs that I wanted to review the lyrics for. Again, all three of these songs were sung by Peter, Paul, and Mary, although they didn't write all of them. Cruel War was a traditional song, and Where Have All the Flowers Gone was done by Pete Seeger. But I think all three of these songs definitely are anti-war songs, and they're very powerful, moving songs. In the description below, you will see the links to the songs in question. And I hope you enjoyed watching the video and listening to my description of both the lyrics and the meanings of these really powerful songs. And I hope you guys have a great day, and keep reading.